Mark, how do you assess today's result against Carlisle?
Just bitterly frustrating. I thought we absolutely dominated the game in every area of the pitch. At the risk of contradicting myself, with 2 set pieces have cost us today. I mean, Jack's not had a thing to do for the whole game. So I'm bitterly disappointed in that. But in terms of everything we're looking for, in terms of possession, final third entries, crosses, I think our crosses could have been better in wide areas, but I thought we'd really good moments in the game, particularly in the first 15 minutes. The injury to the fourth official was a bit of a kick in the teeth. I thought momentum was really with us. We were really dominant up until then, but once they scored the first goal, particularly in the second half, I mean, they've just had 11 men behind the ball for the whole of the second half, but credit to them, I thought they defended well. I looked at the game beforehand and I was thinking, what would I be thinking if I was gone into Carlisle on my first game and I've had 2 days training? And I was thinking, I just want to get out alive with a draw, and if I get a win, even better. And I just thought, going to Swindon, it would be a really tough day, backs to the wall, and we're going to be under a lot of pressure. And that's exactly what the game was. Keepers pulled off an unbelievable save from Cabs in the first half. We've hit the post. I thought Butts was so unlucky at the end of the game with his finish, and huge credit to him. You obviously can't see from it, but he said he actually couldn't see the ball with the sun. So to get the technique he got on it, and another day it flies in the goal. So I thought we did everything needed to win a game of football. But the bottom line is we got League 2'd with 2 set pieces.
Obviously, first half, like you mentioned, there was loads of chances in that first half. But, and you're hoping for, like Newport, for example, we took those chances. So how do we sort of, bring the opportunities back and, can see score from them going forwards?
Yeah, there was definitely really good moments where, the keeper's pulled off, and the save he's pulled off from Cabs was incredible. Credit to him. I thought what we did brilliantly today, we got ourselves into fantastic positions, but I thought our decision making in the final third in the areas was poor. Coxey had a really good chance to go across the face of goal. He goes near post. Glatz is going through, and he really should slide it across the face of goal. I'm always saying to my strikers, run into the back net, and he tries to cut one back, pull one back to get cut out. I thought we'd multiple chances today where we were really. Butts got to the byline a couple of times. Sean McGurk got to the byline really well, and both of them have cleared the width of the post. So in terms of, I thought between both boxes we were outstanding, and where we were poor was once we get in the box. From an attacking point of view and defending 2 set pieces, we were poor. Although I think the first one's an OG. That's what separated the 2 teams today, but I thought we were utterly dominant.
I'm assuming they're going to be some of the sort of the key points to focus on in training now, given that they make or break games.
Well, 100%. Set pieces are a huge proportion of goals come from set pieces throughout the 4 leagues. Where we were unfortunate today, and we knew going into the game, we've lost some. We've gone from being a really big team, being a really big aerial dominant team, to being really small. We've lost, in Ryan, Harry, Grant. We've lost some big players for us. Ollie Clark's incredible. He's not the biggest, but he's unbelievable in the air. So we've been hit really hard on that. So going into the game, we thought we'd potentially be vulnerable, but that's not why we conceded there. We were conceded today through set pieces because we were poor on set pieces. I didn't look at it and think they dominated us in set piece. I thought we've let ourselves down in that area today.
Obviously, it's the unchanged side that played against Newport. Obviously, that dominated that game. Obviously, going into this game, it's a disappointing result. So, how do we sort of remind the players that they are capable of producing good performances?
You've got to stick to the process and look at the bigger picture. So, if I was watching us today, if I was a neutral coming to the game, I'd be saying, Jesus Christ, they've got a really good side there. It's nice words and it's kind words from speaking to their staff after the game, incredibly complimentary about us, and that's what I see when we're playing. But you're judged on the little left-hand side at the top of the screen where you win or lose games. But I keep saying, if we keep playing like that, the compliments in the performance, we've played promotion chasing team today. We've had 66%. We've had 60% possession. We've had 32 crosses into the box. We've had huge number of final third entries, huge number of shots on goal. For a team like that to come here and defend the way they did is a huge compliment to us. But we now have, it's new to us. We now have to find a way of what it takes, how we're going to break that down, how we're going to open that up. A slight gripe I had with the game today, but it's nobody's fault. I thought the fourth official getting injured massively changed the shift in the game. I really felt it was a moment where we were on top. They were under a serious amount of pressure. Keepers had to pull off a couple of good saves. But that's just football, that's the way it goes.
I suppose with that sort of thing, it's a sort of a mentality thing, I suppose. And how do we sort of, remind ourselves that we are good at what we do and we want to try and, deliver these positive results regardless of what happens in the game?
Look, football's all about winning. There's a fine balance, and I had a really good conversation with the lads after the game about what it looks like. We don't want to be a team that has 30% possession and wins 1-0 every week. No one's going to be happy with that, and ultimately I don't think it's going to get us very far. But what we can't be is a team that dominates the game in every aspect of it, in terms of possession, final third entries, crosses, shots and all that. But we come unstuck through other things. So I feel that we're massively on the right path in what we're trying to do. And it sounds, I don't want to sound stupid, at risk of sounding stupid, I feel like we're in a really, really good place and I'm really positive about it, but you have to win games of football.